Hello, everyone. Welcome. I am Linda Israel, and thank you so very much for coming to my live stream here on YouTube. I greatly appreciate your support and for taking the time to come here and hang out. There are a few things that I want to go over before the actual live started, so this is a recording. First of all, I want to make sure that you like this video and subscribe, so give it a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate that. When you subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell up in the corner. That way you'll get a notification whenever I upload a video. I have a broadcast post or even a live stream. If you're watching this video as a replay and you're on a computer, look for the little gear at the bottom. You can change the speed to speed it up. Or if you're on a mobile device, look for the little three dots and usually you can change the playback speed there. My live streams generally last about 2 hours. They can go as long as 3 hours. It kind of depends on what we're working on that day and how the feedback is in the chat. While you're watching, you earn junk bucks. So if you are here in order to get those junk bucks accumulating, go ahead and type hello in the chat and my little bot, Junkie Joe, will see you and then you'll start accruing junk bucks. And you're wondering, well, what do I do with those junk bucks? Well, you can accumulate those, and once you have 2,000 of them, you can type !award and you can redeem them for a $10 off coupon to my shop. You can earn junk bucks while you're here and when you are chatting, as well as when you play the in-chat game. So look for those as they come up, and if you make a donation. For those of you that make a donation during my live stream, make sure that you go over to my website at lindaisrael.com, and if you haven't already done so, create a user account. When you make a donation during my live stream, basically you're buying a membership to my website and to the live stream. In my opinion, what we're doing is you're accumulating that money in my account. Thank you for that donation. And as a reward, you will get 5% off your orders at lindaisrael.com. And during the live stream, if I have a journal that I'm giving away at the very end, you are eligible to win that journal. Anybody that makes a donation gets into that drawing by manually typing in the raffle at the end, but then you also get the discount membership on my website. Thank you to Robin, who is my administrator during the live stream. She helps me out with answering questions as well as giving information. She is also my administrator over at the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group. If you haven't joined that group, please do. We'd love to have you over there. You're welcome to share what you're working on. Speaking of sharing, during the live today, you can speak up in the chat and say, hey, I have a YouTube channel. You will not be able to share your link to your channel, but you can at least say, hey, my name is, and this is what I do. And then your friends that come into the chat can follow each other. Let's keep the chat upbeat, friendly, and helpful. If you will be kind to those that are here. If you have a question, put it in all caps and I'll do my best to answer those. The chat sometimes goes pretty fast, so I don't always see it. So do ask again. And At the same time, if you're in the chat and you know the answer to somebody's question, please speak up and give them the answer. Check the description box for links to products that I share today. Yes, I am an Amazon affiliate, which means I do get a commission on items that you purchase through my link. If you're going to buy something anyway, I greatly appreciate it. It does not cost you any extra. It just gives me a little bit of a commission, which helps me buy products to show you here. If you win one of the raffles, you can start right now by typing !raffle. Do make sure that you go over to my website, and if you haven't already created a user account, that way I will have your contact information so I can send you your prize. I am starting a raffle right now that is for 200 junk bucks, so you can get well on your way to accumulating your junk bucks. Let's have some fun today and let's get started. Thanks everybody for being here. Hello, everyone. I think we're live. Hey, Julie. Hey, Margie and Naomi. So welcome. Glad to have you here. So last week I made these little ephemera pieces using a sticker sheet. I have all these little journal cards and we could use those as page tabs or tucks. Here's another couple little pockets with journal cards. These are like a side tuck spot that you could put things in if you want, or you could separate them, use them different ways. And another pocket here. And then this is a bigger pocket that a journal card can go in this way or this way, depending on how we set it up. So I thought I'd show those real fast. If you want to see how those were made, check out last week's video. The link is in the description box below. If you're looking for some of the items that I use as well, do check out that link as well. Oreo has just started barking, so I need to go look to see what he needs. I'll be right back. He is an old blind dog, Margie. You probably don't know that because you're new here. And when I'm at home, he's with me, so I have to go look at him. Yes, it does. Well, he wasn't stuck, so I think he just wanted some attention. I gave him some attention. Yeah, Margie is here, and we have a new Margie, Jennifer. Julie, we have a new one. Hercules and Oreo, they're getting old. Okay, I'm gonna set these over here. They're over here to my left. When I'm looking for these later, let me know. They're under the washi tape. All right, so I was going through my stuff. That's what's prompted this whole shenanigans here, where I found the sticker sheet and then I decided to use some of my stuff to figure out how can I utilize those, and it turned out that I made some black and white items. So I'm going to consider it black, white, ivory, craft color. Those are all what I call neutral papers, okay? And I was trying to decide what size of a journal that I wanted to make. And I think what I'm going to do is I have a plethora of these papers that were pre-cut to be 6 inches wide by about 12 inches tall. And I think what I want to do is make the cover out of these. And then I have some pieces I could use on the inside. And I've got, these are, what is this? This is fancy pressed watercolor paper, so it's really smooth. It's got a decal edge on it, and I can share now because they're really, somebody else owns them now. Canvas Squirt Brands partnership with Michaels, and they sold this paper through Michaels with the Recollections brand on it. And when they didn't sell a bunch of them, or they had an excess still in their warehouse, they decided to get some money out of it. So they cut them, and the other side didn't have this label on. This label does not come off cleanly. It leaves a jagged mark. So what I'm going to do is take 2 of these, because they're a little bit thicker than cardstock, but they're not quite chipboard. And I thought since they were white, it might be kind of neat to do them as a cover. So I'm going to take 2 of them and line them up with the cut that was already there and smooth that out. So it'll make it a little bit thicker. Okay, I've got one more here to do. So I'm going to open this up. And I'm putting the sticker to the inside. I'm just using Aleene's tacky glue. Margie, I know you're new to my you know, I know that you're new to our live streams. I don't know if you've been watching my videos, but definitely check them out. I like using Aleene's tacky glue. It's inexpensive. I add a little bit of water to mine when I refill my bottle, and it helps it flow a little bit better. Well, if I put any kind of chemical on the label, it will destroy the paper, Margie. That's kind of what I found. I've experimented a little bit with different things, and I've tried heat. I've tried putting my heat tool over it. I've tried iron it to see if I can lift it up, and it's just not been working. I went ahead and took another one of these and cut 2 strips. Those are going to be my gusset in the middle to hold this together. And now I'm just going to line these up. I've got some black cardstock, and I'm going to lay one of those here in the middle over these pieces. I can't decide if another thing I want to do is to put a piece of fabric here. So I didn't get out any fabric. I wonder if I have a piece of black fabric long enough. Maybe what I'll do is, after I do the inside, is put the black fabric over the outside of it. Yeah, maybe. Let me look at my fabric stash real fast. I have this piece of fabric. Let me make sure it's even black. Is that black or is that navy? That looks black. Looks like if I were to cut, is there a piece already big enough? Not quite, but if I were to cut it, yeah, let's do that first. I'm going to cut some fabric, and then what I will do is wrap that cover. It kind of takes away that decal edge, but I think I would rather do this. I'm trying to see how smooth I can get this. Don't put that where I can't find it. So I'm going to try to line up these edges and then line it up with my mat here. I think if I cut it, let's cut it 1, 2, 3, 4 inches wide. My spine of my journal is approximately 1.5 inches. So that would give me about, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I were to kind of put that in the middle, it would give us a little bit of a overhang on either side. So let me get my rotary cutter. And my ruler, I'm going to cut that at 4 inches wide. So how is everybody? Y'all doing good? Y'all having a great week, I hope? You've constructed 2 more paperback journals, and in between pages are the flat brown. Oh, nice. Good. I'm glad you have. I think I got that. Nope. My cutting mat I need to replace. It's really, really old. All right, let's set this over here out of the way. Okay, so here was my thought. I would place these and put this in the middle. Leave a little bit of a gap, like so. And then take this piece of fabric and glue it down the middle here. I'm going to leave these right now white as they are, okay? All right, so now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put glue here. And down the spine. And a little bit of glue here. I think if I do this 4 inches, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I go to here and go just inside there. Now, I'm going to lay this piece of fabric right down the middle here. Make sure I don't move it too much. I'm going to smooth that out. And now I'm going to take this whole thing and flip it over and then glue this piece to the inside. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, now that I have added that on the outside, I'm going to add a piece of black cardstock that is 12 inches by approximately 4 inches. I'll glue that down on the inside. Make sure I'm getting a good amount of glue here. All right, and then line this up. And smooth that out. I wanted to make what would be the cover first before I decided on what to put inside, so I get a real feel of how this journal is going to come together. So now I'm just going to glue these side pieces. They are 6 inches by 12 inches. I happen to have a pretty good size stash of 12 by 12 papers and cardstock and printed papers. So I thought this would be a good way to use some of that up. Been hoarding it for so long, it's time to use it, right? Where's my little paper towel? There it is. Okay. And we're going to do this side. Hey, Constance, welcome. I'm so glad to have you here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming today. I am working with some papers that I've had in my stash for a really, really long time. And I thought it would be a good idea to use them up. All right, let's go right here and put that there. All right, so now I'm just finding where the break is on the cover and kind of using my bone folder to help score this. Where is it? Right there. Okay. So then that would be the spine of the journal. That would be a front cover, then the inside and the back cover. So now I kind of know where I can go with this. I'll come back and we'll add some other things to this later. But I thought I'd go ahead and get the bases of it put together so I could decide how I want to decorate the rest of it. So I have already cut a few papers. So I found a paper sack that I had in my stash and I cut that. I don't think it's quite 12 by 12. It might be really close. I think it's a little bit shy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's a little bit shy of 12 inches there. And I folded them in half. And then I had some 12 by 12 cardstock. This is a journal lines that Canvas Corp brand sold. And so I folded that in half. The other thing I did was I took some sheet music and I attached some other paper to the sides. I did a couple of those. And this one is just 2 pieces of a book page, but they're going, instead of this direction, I turned it this way. And I think it's a little bit narrower than 6 inches. It's like 5.5 inches. And then I started this one. And basically, I took some scraps that were laying here and I just added it all together and put it on to this page. I'll go ahead just so we know where the center is and fold this. It may not be perfect, so I may have to make some adjustments. This paper in the center is kind of brittle, so I was thinking of looking in my scraps. So I have a whole bunch of scraps here and seeing if I could find something. Like here is some gray paper. Maybe I could cut a strip to put down the middle because I think gray goes with black and white. What else do I have in here? I have lots of different colors of black cardstock pieces. Trying to see if I saw anything else that would make a perfect little addition. I made these a long time ago. They are embossed papers that I used a black ink pad over. Paper sack. This is brown on this side, but black, gray on that side, so maybe we could just use that side. Here's a strip already cut, so I'm going to use that. I have an avalanche about to happen here. I think what I'm going to do is cut a strip here. So I'm going to cut off the name of this paper, like so. I don't know if I want to put that in the middle or not, but I may use that to make a pocket on one side. I think that might look kind of cool to have a little pocket over here to put things in. And maybe what we'll do down the middle is, I've got some washi tape. Let's do that. Let's put some washi tape on here. Getting that ready. Oh, I need to put down some Elmer's glue stick because washi tape has a tendency not to stick. So I'm trying to find that center. There it is. You want to put the washi tape down slowly, carefully, but you don't want to stretch the washi tape. You just want to lay it down and then press it into place. And then I'll cut off the excess. Do that side as well. Oh yeah, you said you were going to make a journal out of a tissue box. You were working on that. Oh, my nails. They're silver and black. I didn't have any black and white nails already done, but I had these, so I thought I would just wear these today. All right, so I'm going to press this. So that will help keep this from ripping when we go to bind it together with our other journal pages. Yeah, that works. Okay, so this piece I think I want to put here to here, and I think it's a little bit longer than my page, so I'm going to go ahead and trim it. And I think I'll go ahead and add some distress inks to this. Thinking the box, thinking in the box. You have some coffee sachet boxes that you've saved to use. I just threw away a bunch of things that I had saved for a while because I had 3 boxes of miscellaneous trash that I saved to possibly use, and I had so much that I was like, you know, I'm not going to ever get to this. It's trash. I'm just going to get rid of it, and I did. Whew, it was a big relief to get rid of that. All right, I think I'm going to glue this as a little pocket on the side over here so we can put things in it later. And it'll give a little body to this piece of paper that is text weight. Make it a little bit sturdier. Okay. I think for now, I'm going to focus on basically just making pages. So I want to see how many I've got started here. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I haven't even opened up the scrapbook paper. I just saw this one. It's been beat up a little bit, but I think it'll work. I'll do the stripes going up and down. I'm just going to fold this one in half. Okay, that makes 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we need 2 more, at least. So let me get out my scrapbook pad. Here it is. I think I need another more black piece. So I like that one. Let's do this one. Oh, it's been damaged. Maybe we'll pick a different one. Or we'll pick it anyway and fix the damage. That's what we'll do. All right, so I got another one. How many do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I need 1 more. So let's do another black something. We could do this with the black circles. I think this one's already loose, so I'm going to get it. Okay. All right, it's getting hot in here. It's time to put my hair up. Brought me a little clippy in here this time. All right, does my hair look crazy now? Do I look like a crazy person? All right, so I'm going to take this piece and let's go ahead and fold it in half. And then this piece had a little tear right here. So I just saw this. It's a little piece of paper that I had for something else. Would that fit? It doesn't quite cover the tear. So what else do we have here? What else? What else do I have? What else can I use? Oh, I've got a little piece of music. So let's do it where it's coming from the bottom up and maybe kind of make it look like a collage on the back side. So I'm going to glue on here. Okay. Like so. Smooth that out. Okay. Now I'm going to fold this over. Now we have pages that we can put together. So I've got these three hard, let's see. I'm thinking maybe that could be the first page and we add some embellishment on that page. And then maybe we do a piece of the paper sack. And I've got a music sheet and then one of these pieces of text weight paper. Just kind of looking. Let's do this lined paper. And this is just a shorter book page. Maybe the paper sack again. Yeah, I probably just forgot to put the black paper in, so let's see where else we could put a piece of this black paper. How about here? And then we'll put this piece in the middle, so it'll have a little bit of music and papers. Okay. Oh no, Junkie Joe is being a snarky guy, is he? Okay, so how was that? So Josh, just a quick little stack of papers that I put together. Now, do I want to add some stenciling to any of these pages? Maybe on the white papers we can add a little bit, or we can stamp on them. I have this whole stack of pieces that we made. So for example, I could put this on the first page like that, and then this card would come out of there like that. What do you think of that type of a layout? Gives us lots and lots of layers of black and white colors. I don't know. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to go to the next page. Actually, what I'm going to do is paper clip it. That's what I like to do when I'm not 100% sure. That's where I want to put something. I'll kind of do a mock-up. So here I don't have anything black, so let's look through all my scraps that I pulled out. So I found this little piece of scrap. I'm going to cut off the top here. And it's it's bunny, but you can't really see it, so I'm going to cut off the bunny part. And that kind of looks interesting, doesn't it? Now, should that just be laid on there and make that into a pocket? That might be a good idea. Let me add some distress inks to it. Maybe another thing I could do is do some stamping around the edge. Okay, so if I put that there and then make that a long pocket. He's being silly, silly, silly. Oh, cool. You put it in the group? Yeah, if you haven't checked out the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group, definitely check that out. Okay, I kind of like this idea. I think I want to stamp around that outside edge. I've got the Henna Rose stamp. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open this up, slide this over here. These are all my little pieces. I don't want to lose them. You only have so much room on your desk, right? Put that way up there. Get a little scrap of paper here. All right, if I put that in the middle, I can kind of stamp around this outside edge. So let's get the archival ink, Jet Black. I haven't re-inked that in a while, so I'm going to do that right now. I just used the re-inker that you can order online. That's soaking it up. Don't hurt Junkie Joe's feelings now. All right, so I'm going to stamp. Let's see how this looks with the pieces. All right, let's close that up. Put that back in here. You go up there. All right, so if we were to put this kind of in the middle, that looks kind of cool, doesn't it? Kind of dresses up the page, and then we can make a journal card to go in here. So I think I want to make this a pocket where I can get things out of it easier and have the full use of that pocket. So I'm going to use a book page and glue this to the book page, and then we're going to cut that out, and that'll give us a gusset all the way around our paper. This is a specialty paper that came from Canvas Corp Brand's Tattered Angels. They're called Origins. I do not know if the new company that purchased Canvas Corp Brands sells them or not, because I didn't look at it before I started my live stream. I have quite a bit of it in my stash because I became really good friends with the prior owner, and she hooked me up just before they sold the business with a big supply of papers. Okay, so now I'm going to trim this, and I'm using my new cutter. I just got this cutter before the live stream last week, and I really like it. It's been pretty accurate once I get the stuff laid on there, and it's been cutting really well. All right, so now what I'm going to do is cut the corners here and here, go all the way around. Get rid of the scrappy scraps. Then I'm going to fold this over. Another way you could do this is you could just cut 1-inch strips and glue it down next to the edge and then fold it over, and that'll give you a gusset. I have a plethora of book pages, so I just used a whole page. All right, so then this I'm going to put in the middle here. Should I stamp here and here, or should we make some kind of embellishment and put over that? Hey, Julie. You got 20. Whoop, whoop. All right, so I'm just going to add a little glue to the little tabs. And then position that in the middle here. Like so. All right, I did not measure, so I have no idea what this measures. So it's approximately 8 inches, and it's about 4 inches deep. So we need a card that will be probably 4.5 inches, would get us right out here. Do we want to use a black piece of cardstock and then put white on top of it? Maybe. I have, where is it? I have these cardstocks that are black and gold. I don't know if I like, that's just gold on gold. How about this one? I have another little scrap of that. Let's use this one. Okay. When I was rearranging all of my papers a while back, I was able to put all of my black scrapbook papers together so that I could have them all in one place. All right, so I think what I want to do is cut this to be 4.5 inches. So I'm going to cut 4.5 inches and then I'll cut it down to 8 inches. Uh-oh. You had your screen replaced? All right, let's go here. Move that out of the way. Well, thank you. I've collected these papers over the years. People have given me papers. I have purchased papers. I've picked up things over the years that others would have thrown away. All right, so now I want to make sure that this is going to fit in there. So I'm going to mark this. Let's see what that measurement is. Well, it says it's 8 inches, but I'm going to go just inside 8 inches to make it easier. So this can slide, in theory. I may need to cut it a little bit shorter. Yeah, let's make it just, it's just easier to cut it a little bit shorter. That way you know it'll fit. It won't bind up so much. If I can get a hold of it. There we go. All right, so that is going in here. Okay, and then I'll have just this little strip sticking out, and we've got another couple of pieces that we could use somewhere else. Ah, computers are so expensive. You dropped your computer and cracked your screen. Oh no. Okay. What do we want to put on here? I have a couple of these, they're calendar pages. I kind of like a couple of these. What do we think? This one, oh, this one has a little cat. So if I were to cut this, I can put that on the front here. Let's do that. Let's trim this one down a little bit. See how big it is. Let's make it about 4. We'll go to 4 1/4. I may need to trim this side up a little bit. Yep, that'll work. If we were to put this on the top like that, that gives us a nice little decorative thing, and then we can find something if we want to put down here. Yay, a cat! That makes Margie happy. What do I have here? How about let life surprise you? These are rubber stamp sayings that I stamped out a while back. Maybe we could get a little strip of black to put behind there. Let's see what I can find. I think this one is too narrow. Nope. Not gonna work. Oh, this one might though. Let's see. Well, that'll work. Let life surprise you. We'll just mat that and put it on here. Put the scraps back in my scrap bin. Oh no, your screen went black. Uh-oh. It's no fun when your equipment is messing up. All right, let's put that on here. All right, let's add some distress inks around the edges, and then we'll glue this together. Using up all the stuffs I have. Okay, glue this down. And we use a little kitty cat. Alrighty. So what else have you all been working on? I've been cleaning and going through stuff, trying to trash some things I don't use, try to pick out things that I can do to the give to the thrift store that I like to go to. Let's put this right here. There. And then you have the whole back to write upon, if you so choose. And then this is going to go in here. And stick out just a little bit. I kind of feel like I want to stamp this maybe in gold embossing on a piece of black. And then fussy cut it out and put it at the top and the bottom. Let's try that. We'll see if it works. All right, I got my Versamark ink pad. We'll stamp this twice. Leave a little bit of space. Stamp it again. All right. Now I'm going to dip this into my embossing powder. So that's what it looks like before I use the heat tool on it. Oh, the boss game is just a way to pass the time. You get what's called junk bucks just for being here, watching my live stream. And as those accumulate, you'll be able to redeem those if you get to 2,000 for a coupon code to my shop. But the rest of the time, the ladies and men just like to play. And it's like a game, an in-chat game. So whenever you see exclamation point FFA, exclamation point BOSS, that is the game. And it costs you junk bucks, which are free to earn, to play the game. And it's like gambling. You can see if you're the lucky one that Junkie Joe allows to win. There we go. I'm just heating this up with my heat tool. There. I'm going to cut off part of this just to keep that straight. No, it's right here, right within the game. Within the video, I mean. Alright, so now I'm going to take this piece and just kind of fussy cut around, and let's see how this looks. It may not be perfectly cut out. My friend Beverly, she has got some skill in fussy cutting things so precision close to the edge. It's amazing. Every once in a while she'll fussy cut out something and she just gets on a kick where she just fussy cuts for hours, and then I'll get a little envelope from her of birds or flowers that she has spent all this time fussy cutting out. I think it just gives her joy to do it. Using the embossing powder gives you an opportunity to kind of make this look like an embellishment, and it's not going to be thick and 3D. I don't use 3D embellishments typically in the journals because it makes the pages too bumpy to write on. Now, if you write on a piece of paper outside and then post that into your journal, that would be easier than writing over bulky things. But I don't like writing over bulky things. Okay, so this is one. I was thinking of putting it right here. Now, should I go ahead and cut another one, am I in the shot, and put it down here? I kind of think I should. Oh, you gotta wait a few seconds. Oh my goodness. What else has everybody been doing? We've had a lot of rain. Oh my goodness. This weekend, one night, we had almost 4 inches of rain here at our place. I was like, wow. We have what's called a storm creek right behind our property. Basically, it's a glorified ditch, if you will, but it's pretty wide that the water runs off all around us into that and then flows on down into a reservoir. In some areas upstream from us is a small pond, and then the other, I think it goes into a lake not too far from us. And I've just been amazed at how much water. I haven't had to really water my plants. There's a few plants that are kind of under the eave of my house, and so I have to water those. But everything else, because of the rain, I haven't really had to water too much. Crazy rain. You're over it. Well, now it's just going to start getting hot, hot, hot because we've had all that rain. We got high humidity. I haven't looked today. It's 55% humidity in my house right now. So if that tells you anything about the humidity. Set this over here for a second. Okay. So if I put that one there and this one here, what do you think? Does that look good like that? Let's glue those down. Since it's black, I'm not going to put some distress inks on it. Just going to put a little bit of glue and then put it right here. I'll lay my acrylic block over it for a moment. Junkie Joe can't keep up with all of y'all. Margie won again. Oh dear. Oh, my next door neighbor, who is the person that helped with getting me set up to be able to do live streams and have the chat bot, that's Junkie Joe. And I saw him the other day. I don't have it. And he was outside, and I just said hi and whatnot. And then a little bit later, I didn't even notice until I was outside that he had some junk in his front yard that he's kind of basically saying, free, take it. And I walked over and looked at it, and it was two metal doors, that what we call French doors, where they're closed together and then they can open completely out. He has replaced his French doors off the back of his house, and these are metal exterior doors with glass in them. Well, I do not like my door that I have on my greenhouse, and so I looked at that and I thought, I think that would fit my greenhouse. So I sent a message to him. I said, I want those. If you're okay with that, may I borrow your dolly? He has a furniture mover, dolly, however you want to say that, to be able to move stuff around. And he came right out and says, you're welcome to it. I was afraid I was going to have to haul it to the dump. So he helped me and my husband get it over into my yard. All right. I like that. Does that look pretty good? Gives it nice colorings. All right, so I think what I want to do, let's add something to this side. And I just saw this. This is a gel print I made a long time ago. I don't know if I made it here or how I did it, but it was a stencil that had the love, and I was experimenting with how it all works together, and I think that turned out pretty cute. So I think I can make this a pocket at the bottom. I have saved, where is it? Here they are. These were the gusset of the paper sack, but putting black on or brown on brown is not that pretty, is it? I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Yeah. Okay. So, what if this is silver papers? Do I want a silver paper? Ooh, look at that one. That was pretty. It's shiny. Or do we want... I know I have some white and gold. So these are white and gold. Oh, those are kind of neat. Oh, look at that. Shiny, shiny, shiny stuff. Big old heart. Maybe this one back here? All right, I'm going to do that one. One person's trash is another person's treasure, for sure. I mean, you know, I'm all about junk journals, and why not be able to use those doors? So I made Henry help. He pulled it around the back, and we stacked it up. I haven't installed them because we're going to have to do some work on the greenhouse, and it'll be a little bit of a job. And as it is hot right now, I probably won't get it done until the fall when it starts to cool off again. Okay, I like that. So this measures approximately almost 5 inches. So if I did an 8-inch wide, folded in half, we could put a card in here, right? So I'm going to cut this at 8 inches and then fold it. I may trim it down from the top. Let's see. If I fold that in half, I think I want to trim off some of the top here. So maybe make it, let's make it 11 inches, which gives me an inch of a strip I can use somewhere else. Yeah, let's do that. So I got a little strip I can use somewhere else. And since I've got this out, I'm just going to line this up with the 4-inch mark and score it. Yep, okay. We fold this in half. All right, so my idea is that this would fit down in here. And then we can put a different embellishment on top of that. I think I don't need to add paper to this, so I'm going to go ahead and glue this as a pocket. Oh wait, I should stamp around the edge, right? We should do that. I'm going to place this under here and get out my stamp pad. I have a little leafy one, so I am going to apparently knock everything over. Let's see, let's stamp this just on the edges so we can still write when we remove that journal card in this space here. Gotta press a little harder, Linda. Okay. Okay. That looks pretty good. All right, make sure I got it right side up. Put this back over here. And then this is going to go down here. Doesn't that give that a little bit more definition on our page by adding the stamping around the edge? I kind of like that. Uh-oh, she's awake now. All right, so I need glue. I'm going to glue this down. And then we need to find something that we can put. Oh, I want it at the bottom. On our large journal card here. Where's my little paper towel? So what can I put on here? Oh, I know. Let me look to see. I have some Canvas Corp brands items. Oh, I have these too. Oh, and I have those. That's gold, but aren't these butterflies pretty? I might use those on the inside. Peel off stickers. don't know. I've got little pieces everywhere. Okay. What is in here? Ooh. I like the way this looks. I may have to use that somewhere else. I'll leave it out. That's another one of the mixed media collection. Okay, I have too many things on my desk. They are encroaching upon my space. What will I do? How will I cope? Let's get rid of things we don't need. Put that over there. Ooh, I just remembered I had these too. Oh my gosh, I have so many black and white things I need to use. You have to choose, right? It's like, oh, I don't want to choose. Don't make me choose. That's so rude of you. Okay, well, I just had those. Where did they go? Not there. Not there. Really? That is so weird. I had a whole bunch of Canvas Corp brands thingies that I was like, oh, I need to use those. But now that I want to use them, what did I do with them? Ah! If it were a snake, it would have bit me because it was right there. Right there. All right, so let's put this with the other black and white papers. Yep. This is my scrappy scraps. Okay, so I have, ooh, look at these postcards, photographs that I have. Aren't those cool? I thought we could use those somewhere. These are all really big. Not what I thought I was getting out. Mini art. They all go in landscape mode. And that's a little big, so we're going to save those. Okay. Back to normal. Yeah, the gremlins are everywhere. What else do I have here? Well, those are kind of interesting. Maybe I'll use those in a couple of pages. Because they're black and white. That would make some nice little things. I'm trying to see if there was any more black and white photos. Like this image. I mean, I could just, not this pocket, but just pop a picture in a pocket. What do you think of random people's pictures in your journal? Look at this horse. That's a postcard. Here's a black and white photo of Grandma doing the washing. There's another sepia. This is where somebody's cut up their journal that had stuff on both sides. We could do this house. I think the house would be a good one there. All right, so I'm going to put these back. I'll save Grandma, but I think I'm going to use this and maybe put a piece of black paper behind it. How is Elijah? Is he awake? I'm going to say, hello, Elijah. Okay, let's put these over here. And then we need a little piece of black paper. That'll work. Okay. For those of you who don't know, I sort my papers by color when I have scraps. And then I put them in a Ziploc bag, a really big Ziploc type bag. And then to help keep them neat, I have these boxes. They're actually shipping boxes from the post office here in the United States. And I have wrapped them. You can tell from the inside because it says, thank you for using these boxes, because they got smart with the people who are going to get the boxes for free and then mailing their stuff in them but not sending it priority mail. I had a whole bunch of these because I sold my subscription boxes online, and I've been trying to find clever ways to use them up. I think I'm just going to cut a square. No, it'll be smaller. Needs to be a little bit smaller. So this is roughly 3. See, what I dislike is I don't have the measurement all the way to the edge. I kind of wish they would have included that, but they didn't. So I may have to make my own markings in this blank area. They should have made this go all the way to the edge. All right, so now I'm going to trim this side. Just go up just a smidge. Okay. Scrappies! We've got scrappies! All right, so I'm going to put this here at the top. That's kind of cool, just a different little photo. Let's glue this together. I don't know if I'm going to need... This was from 1954. Oh, you know what I should do? Should I glue it all the way down where you can't see the back? Yeah, I'm going to. All right, I'm going to get the beacon glue because this is a photograph. Hey, Glitter, we've missed you. How are you, lady? We're so glad you're here. All right. Oh, did you have a tiny story? Oh, a boiler. Okay, gotcha, gotcha. This here, it probably is a boiler. It looks like there could be something underneath there where this got hot and you had to stir it to wash them. Maybe, it may be. You spaced out. Got some cleaning done? Well, good job. Pat yourself on the back for doing some cleaning. I need to go through the living room and pick up some things. It's crazy how stuff just accumulates. Oh, see ya later. Bye, Margie. Okay, we'll put that right here. Bye, Miss Fifi. All right, so then this will go in the pocket like that. All right, so let's go ahead and add some decoration to the inside here. I have these, but I think I'm going to save them maybe, or I'll only use one. Maybe we could do some, I've got these stickers. Let's see how they come out. Carefully remove outline stickers from the backing sheet and place the sticker lightly on your project. The shapes left behind on the backing sheet can be used as stencils. The sticker sheets may be colored in with crayons, watercolor, gel pens, color pencils, and more. Wow, okay. Well, what I was going to do, yeah, so it's just kind of a little, that's really pretty. Okay, I'm going to stick it back here for now. And let's stamp around the outside edges again. So I'm going to line up my papers here. And do I want to use a different flower stamps? Let's get those. I was thinking of using the daisy. I could use this flower swag. It would fit across the top there. I think I'm going to use the daisy, so let me get that out. I have a geranium here out, but I'm going to put it away. Okay. Thank you so much for sharing. I greatly appreciate it. Okay. I think I'm going to stamp around the edge here. I could even there. Okay. I'm really pressing hard because I have already added some embellishment, so I don't want to not get all of the image here. I'm trying to rotate the flower a little bit. I know we took up some of the writing space, but that's okay. Okay. Now, if I take this butterfly and place it right there. How's that? Isn't that kind of pretty? All right, so let's do something on this side. I guess we can kind of do the same thing. Why not? I don't know, I get in my own little head and I'm just creating a way. So if y'all have questions, let me know. The stamp pad is huge. I like this big stamp pad. It's from Ranger Ink. And I don't think I have the link in the description box today, but I got it on Amazon. Okay, let's put that over here so we can take that away. I'm just going to use a different, use this butterfly. And put that one right here. And then if we go back to what I've started here, put this right here. I'm thinking that I'll go ahead and glue this down here. Then we'll have the pocket that way. So first I'm going to glue this little piece. Glue that down. Glue it down. Glue it down. Yeah, and you can also get it from Hobby Lobby sometimes. Okay. You like my stamp, Julie? Thank you. Yeah, Julie said I have stamps in my shop that I've designed. Just a few. All right, let's put this down. Right about there. And then this has journal cards here. And then there'll be a journal card in the back. All right, so I'm going to flip this over. And there's a pocket here. We could find, I wonder if any of those, if I put it back over here, they're too big. They're exactly 6 inches. And I don't really want to cut off the edge. I'll have to find another way to use those. But I want something to go in here. I could put this over the top. That kind of gives us a little decoration, doesn't it? You like to paint the book pages? Yeah, they're fun to do that. Okay, maybe right there. Like that. So over here, we made this card. I think we need to find, I got another piece here of cardstock I just saw a while ago. It's black on one side and white on the other. So I will need to trim it down because this pocket isn't deep enough to accommodate it. But we could add some of this to the front of it maybe. And then find something else to add on top of that. So I'm going to trim it just a little bit. So let's make it, what is this? This is 5.5 inches. So let's make it 4 3/4 of an inch. That takes it down just a smidge. I'm going to test it in the pocket to make sure that it goes in. Yep, okay. And then if I put this on here, I'm going to trim off this area. Oh, I know what else I have here. Let me get that out. Okay, I'm going to trim this piece a little bit smaller. So let's take it to about 3 3/4. Yeah, let's do that. So it leaves a little bit of space at the top, but I think I have, let's see here. These are stickers, I think that someone gave me. So let's see what's in here. Looks like there's 3 different styles, maybe, 4 different styles. So I was thinking of putting this on here. We could do that across the top. No, it doesn't. But if we did a border, I might be able to do this little scallop border at the top and the bottom, which would help center this piece. Can you kind of see that little scallop there? Get rid of these, back over here. Again, I'm just trying to use all the stuff I have. Okay, I think that's what I should do. And then we need something else to go on top. Okay, if that goes there, how big? That's pretty good size. So it would have to be, let's see here, if I can find the ruler I want. Here it is. So that is roughly 2 3/4 of an inch. If I had a piece of black paper that I cut to, what, 3 inches? Let's try that. I'll do 3 1/4. Okay. If I were to put that on here and then put that sticker in the center. You gotta be careful when you peel them up. All right. Get my tweezers. So if I were to put that right in the middle, should I skew it? Just a little bit. And then this would go here. And then we'll put the strips at the top and the bottom. Typos! Perfect fit when you swap the lids. Perfume stamps. Oh, it has little holes in it, so I should probably poke those out, huh? I need a pokey tool. See if I can grab those. Of course, it would stick to the back of the sticker. Wow, it's pretty sticky too. There we go. Come on. Don't do that to me. Don't be that way. You like the black and white aesthetic? All right, so this is the hard part. Trying to see this. Get it lined up with the page. There we go. So that was this side. So this is my theory. So I'd put another one at the bottom. Yeah? Now it's stuck to my finger. No colors make it look fancy. I think the glitter is what makes it look fancy. All right, I'm going to try something here. I'm going to press this from the back side. And then let's see if I peel this. No, it didn't stick to the backer paper. Use my tweezers. There we go. There's that one. There's that one. That one. Now that one. Come on, keep going. Keep going. Don't stop now. You can do it. There we go. Put your whole heart into it. Now I'm going to put that across here. Get it straight. Lay it down. Here we go. Yay! Okay, so now I've got a little strip at the top and the bottom. Put that in the middle. And then I'll put that here. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right. So I'm going to need, this is glossy paper, so I'm going to need the 3-in-1 to go on the back of this piece. You and glitter love anything glitter and shiny and glistening. All the pretty girls love the shiny, glittery things. Right. Let's put it this way. Okay. And then we'll put that right there in the middle. I'm kind of thinking maybe I should save one of these butterflies for the cover. Okay, so now we're going to put this in here. I think I need something or a text below that. Let's look and see what I have. Celebrate your creativity. Never stop exploring. There is beauty in simplicity. I think that might fit. I've got a little scrap of paper here. I've got another one of those dots stuck to me. Yes, for the cover, you think so? I think I'm going to set that here. Because if I do a piece of black and put that on the cover, I think that would look really pretty. I'm gonna put those together. Oh, let's use one of these. There. So I've got it attached, so I know where it is. There is simplicity in beauty. Is that it? Simplicity. There's beauty in simplicity. All right, let's do this. I'm getting a block big enough. I'll line that up. There we go. And I'm just going to use this strip of paper that I found on my desk and stamp it. There. I'm going to do it again. Okay. Now close it up and put it away. If I don't put it up, then I lose things. That's what happens. And now I'm just going to cut this I'll cut both of them. This one, second one, I'll put in my little envelope that I have all of my fussy cut pieces. And let's go ahead and distress it. And I have this little strip of black. That's what I was trying to say. But apparently I was combining words. That I can put on here. Yeah, okay. So we're going to need this glue. Try to get a hold of it. Yeah, all the gray stamps that you see are stamps that I designed. If it's a red stamp, it's from Beeline Designs, as of today, that I'm sharing. All right, so I'm going to use this piece that I cut off of here to mat my little saying. Cut that. Okay. Let's glue this together. Put over here. Put that just below. Okay. So this should be dry now. Goes in here. All right, why aren't you going? What are you catching on? There we go. And then this one goes over here. All right, we're getting there. You're back! Quit talking about Jennifer, she's back! Oh dear. Okay, so I'm going to kind of skip around here. We haven't done anything on this page. I saw, here we go. I have this little scrap of paper. And I don't know if I just want to cut a piece of it and then layer over the top of it. We have a couple of these little matted things. I've got a couple of them here. I could also make something else to go on top of it, or if I should use the stripes to add a little bit more color to the page, but not color, or black. I don't know why, but black sure gives us a nice little drama. I guess it's the drama that the black and white does. See if I can find another piece of black I want to use. So if I were to cut a little piece of that black to put on there, that's like a full sheet. I don't need a full sheet. I just wanted some, but I could use that, you know, because it's 11 inches. And if I were to put that down, and then I could put over the top of it, and that would give us some nice contrast on our page. All right, so let's cut this down. Hello, Deborah. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so let me measure this. Do I want to make it 5.5 inches? That seems like a lot. All right, 5.5, that goes up pretty far. So if we did 5 inches, let's see what happens. See how we like it. I put that down there, and then put this at the top, and then find another little something. What I should do is go get my box of white scraps and pull something out of that, right? Oh, and I also have these little tear-off notepad papers, but I don't know if I have any that are not a color. They all pretty much have some kind of pattern or paper design. What is this one? That's kind of interesting. I don't know that would work today though. Oh, look at that. We need to use some of those. Okay. Whoopsie. Knocking things over. What else do I have over here? I've got a little basket over here to the side. Yeah, there was a round one, but I used it. I think I already used that one. So, I'm looking to see if there's something. Oh, what are these? Ah, look at those. Those are kind of cool. Okay, maybe I won't get my scraps. No, I'm going to do it anyway. This is my white scraps. Thank you so much. I'm glad you like it. We've got cardstock. Well, this is kind of a pretty paper. It's like mulberry paper. Okay. Now, I have this piece, which I think might actually work better to put that down here, and we'll save this for another spot. Now, should we stamp that outside edge? I know what glitter would want me to do. She would want me to use the washi tape. Am I right or am I right? Let's see what I have here. Well, since this says love, and this page is going to be next to this page, I have 2 different washies we could use. We could use the hearts around the edges, or I've got with love that we could put around those edges. So which should it be? I'm going to go with the hearts because it'll take up a little bit more space. I turn the page so that I can get to the edge. Move this over a little bit more. I'll put a little bit of some glue. Oh, now I gotta find the end. Where are my other glasses so I can see? Hearts! Good choice. Okay, good. I'm glad I made the right choice. Now I gotta find the end. I think I see it now. Can't quite get it to peel up. It's the only thing I dislike about washi tape. It won't stick where you want it to stick, and when you're trying to get it apart to use it, well, then it's stuck. The perfume images I showed you just a moment ago were from the Tattered Angels line, if that's what you're talking about. You're talking about that. This is from Mixed Media Origins Mini Art from Tattered Angels. These are 6x6, and there's 4 different patterns in there. I do not know if they still sell these. All right, do that. And then we're going to put going this way. Okay. Okay, go that way. This already has that washi tape that we used earlier, so I'm going to try to see how this looks with the hearts, and if we need to add it, I will. I think I'm going to go right side up here. I think that's correct, yes. Okay, tear that. Now I'll cut off the excess pieces. Actually, let's test it. Let's test fit this. Should I cover up the flowers with the hearts? Y'all let me know while I trim this up. Can't seem to, here we go. I go this way, maybe that'll work. Okay. Yay, stamps. Okay. This way. Don't cover anything. Okay. Alrighty then. Let's add some distress inks around the edges of this piece, and then we'll glue it together. Now, do I want to add anything to the black or just leave it as it is? I think just leave it as it is. I think. I could move it down lower, and we could put a sentiment up there. Maybe I don't know what I want to do today, so I'm going to leave it blank. Oh, epilepsy is no fun. I have a friend that has epilepsy really bad, and she lost her driver's license. That's how bad she has it. She had her driver's license for a while, and then all of a sudden her medication wasn't working anymore, and she started having seizures again. So I used to give her a ride to work and back home. So they're not something just to laugh off and not think anything about them. They're serious business. Okay, I like it. Leave that in the middle. You don't have your driver's license either? Yeah. Makes it hard to get around, doesn't it? Okay. She knew all about the bus system, how it worked. So anybody that ever had a question about the buses in Oklahoma, I was like, Kimberly knows. She knows everything. Okay, I haven't put anything up here yet, so I'm just going to leave it for now. Okay, now we're on this side. And we have some of these little guys. What do I have here? They're a dark pattern. Oh, that one's kind of pretty. So what if I do 1 and 2 and maybe is that too much? That's too much. That might be kind of neat to mat these with the black and maybe put one over here and stagger the other one over here. I think I'm going to do it. Let's do that. So, looking at this, what is that measurement? That's too far. That's not far enough. So right at 4 inches. Let's do that twice. Okay. Let's see how this looks. I may want to either round the corners or cut them at a diagonal. Should we do it where they're offset in the corners like this? Ooh, I have more of these little borders. I have some gold ones. I don't know if that's what I want to use. Oh, I have some checkered paper. Is that too much if we did a little strip beside that? Am I going overboard here? That was just enough black paper, wasn't it? I'm thinking of just cutting some little strips and putting them to the side here. Okay, let's see what it looks like. Let's do this. Let's cut about a 1.5 inch strip, maybe. And then this, we'll cut it the same width, which I think is 5.5. And since this is letter paper, I should get 2 pieces. You love what I'm doing? Okay, love the check. Okay, so I was going to put this here and put that there, and then put this here and put that there. And then round the corners of the black or leave it square. Round or leave it square. Let me get a drink. I need to clean my hands off. Wow, it's already 5:30. We're going to work on this again next week. Do you like what I'm doing so far? Okay. Round. Okay. I see 1 for round. I see 2 for round. Okay. So here we go. We're going to 1/4 inch round. Oops, missed. Get in there. There we go. Okay. Gives it a little bit more, doesn't it? I like it. Like that. Okay. Let us glue this together. All right. This is going to go in the middle. There is a hole in this. I don't know if what I should do is find maybe a rhinestone and put it right in that hole. That might be an idea. Okay, so I'm trying to feel out my positioning here. I think that's about right. So I'm going to glue this one down and glue the other. Well, thank you so very much. You love what I'm doing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll have to dig around for some more black stuff, right? Yes, rhinestones. Okay. I kind of had a feeling that would get approval. This black and white check paper, I don't know if y'all ever remember a stamp company called Dozens of Terrific Stamps that later was named close to my heart. And I was a demonstrator for Dots, Dozens of Terrific Stamps, and when it turned into close to my heart, I was still a demonstrator for a little while, but they went more scrapbooking, and I was more into card making, so I kind of stopped selling them. Well, this check paper is from them. That's how old it is. Okay, let's put that here. Can we put a sticker on the check paper? I don't know what sticker you gonna put on there. Oh, yeah, there you go. You can also look at my monochrome journal, Julie, if you're going to do a black and white, because that was all black and white as well. How about if I stamp a flower or a butterfly and fussy cut it out and put it on there? Or another idea is to cut a heart. That might be something as well. I know I have. Let me see. No, that's just the words. And it's empty. I moved some things and now I don't see them. Is that it there? Maybe. Well, heart, heart, heart. I don't know. I have these metal hearts that I made a while back that just so happen to be black. Should I put 3 on each? Or can you even tell they're hearts? I may need bigger ones. Oh, I do have some bigger ones. How about that size? Is that better? I don't know if I like it. I have a cross. I don't think it quite fits. You like the hearts? Okay, the little metal hearts. We'll go with those then. That can go there. I do have more of them, so. These are made from soda pop cans. I would trace a image on the smooth side of the can, and then I would run it through my embossing machine and emboss it, and then I would fussy cut them out and then paint them with alcohol inks. That's what I do. Put white cardstock under the hearts. Okay. Looking. I could. Do you want me to make a rectangle or just fussy cut really close to? Let me do this. I'll cut some just so that we have it. So that was there. I could cut another piece of black and mat this again, and then it would be a layered piece. Just cut close. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to glue it to the paper first and then cut it out. You're not sure? Well, I'm going to glue it to the paper and give it a moment to dry. And I have extras, so if we don't like this look, we can scrap it and move on to something else. Okay? Use it for somewhere else. The hearts are made from an aluminum soda can that I cut apart and laid flat. Then I used my Sizzix embossing machine, the Big Shot, and ran that sheet of metal through my embossing folder. Then I fussy cut the shapes and painted them whatever color I wanted. I have a whole bunch here that I've painted. Does that help? All right. You should be able to put it in any playlist that you create, Julie. You can take any of my videos and should be able to save it to your playlist. All right, there's one that's been fussy cut. Do you like that look? You may continue on. I'm not very good at fussy cutting. Too clumsy. You can cut yourself pretty good, but that is just something else that I've used over the years. I used to make little framed works of art with these metal soda cans. I would make a background piece of paper and put it all together and sell it. You like that? Okay, that works. That works. I'm just going to glue that down then, and we got to get some rhinestones. Oops, I lost. Where's my little paper towel? I'll get a new one. Sometimes I get a little overzealous with the glue. There we go. Let's glue this one. I know I have some black rhinestones, so we'll get one of those. Okay. I know I have some in here somewhere. Where are they? Where are they? There you go. Okay. So, there apparently is a feather. You can go over there. And I'm just going to cut and then use those. Come here. You're going to go right there. And the next one. Come on. Cooperate. And then this one will go here. It's not much, but it's just a little bit of a bling on there. You like it? They pop now. Pop, pop, pop. Pop music. Alrighty. So these are some of the other shapes I've made. Like there's a peace sign, and I had a cross and hearts. Here's a green one. Love it! Alrighty, so this is the first page. That's the last page. And we're going to put this right in here. Like that. I like it so far. Alright. Got this done. Alright, well it's 5:48. We have all these pages that we can still work on. I think what I'm going to do is call it a day early and go eat dinner with my husband. 1, 2. So we did 2 pages basically. And next week we will start adding, like this could go here. I may paper clip it there. So I'll paper clip this one here. If I can get my paper clip to work. There we go. And then I'm going to go to this side. What else do I have here? Oh, I have these pockets that we could put on pages like that. So I'm going to paper clip them for now because I think I may end up adding some more layer behind it. So I don't want to glue them down just yet. Okay. And then let's go to this page. I have these corner pages. So this can go here and then this can go behind. And what I'm seeing now is that it'll stick out So this is the way I want it. Of there. So I'm going to put it this way on the page. And I think I'm going to put the other one over here like that. So let's paper clip those in place. So we have an idea of where we're putting things. Okay. Oh, it was still folded. Oh, thank you so very much. Love birds too. Put this one over here and paper clip it like that. Oops, missed. Okay. I've got these little pieces too. Maybe we'll glue them onto an edge of a page. That would be a good one. Maybe we'll do the other one over here. I haven't got all my paper clips. I know I have them. Let's put this one right here. I have another pocket, but I think we need to do it on maybe like that. Because then it stands out a little better, doesn't it? Well, maybe that's what I'll do is I'll stamp some more bees and birds. Thank you so much, Jennifer. All right, so I'm going to put this one here. Okay, we've got, I've got a start to decorating the pages and adding pieces to it. We can add, another piece of this, and I thought I saw another piece of, I don't know if this is wide enough. Oh, it just is. Just wide enough that we can put that there. I could use this piece to make a pocket across the bottom here. So I'm going to leave that there. I have these journal cards that don't have a pocket. So maybe we can make another pocket. I'm looking for scraps here now. I have this scrap that maybe we can use somewhere else. So I'm going to flip through. That's the white paper. What if we were to do, if I cut this into a smaller piece, I could probably make 2 pockets out of it, put one down low and one up high. I'm going to go ahead and cut this in half, or partially in half. Dragonflies. Yeah, I need to do some dragonflies. That's what I'll do is I'll stamp and fussy cut some dragonflies so we can use those for embellishments. Yes, yes, yes. Everybody loves it. Okay. So this one will go there. And then let's put this one here. Yeah, like that. Some more paper clips. So we've kind of getting a gist of how I'm going to put this together. I haven't decided what we're going to put on the white pages because they're just plain white. The back side of the scrapbook paper. But maybe we can do some layers on those as well. Because there's white there. We can add some more to each one. I'm liking it. The page dimensions are 12 inches tall by 6 inches wide. My cover is 12 inches tall by 6 inches wide with a 1.5 inch spine. So these, I may end up splitting it in half and do 5 and 5. I don't know, but it'll fit in here and we've got a little bit of room. What I could do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then these 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 could be a second signature, and I could have 2 signatures in this journal, and you can kind of see how it fills it up. You like that idea? And then we'll put some pockets on the inside here. I'll look around in my stash of stuff and see what I can use, because these are exactly 6 inches. You like the perfume bottles, don't you? So let's look at these. I got the perfume bottles, and I thought I saw, okay, so this one has bugs, and only 2 of them do I really like, the dragonfly and this ladybug beetle. The perfume ones, this might be kind of cool, so I'm going to open that up. Oh, well, it figures. I didn't have to open it that way. I could open it this way. Okay, so we got this one, this one, this one, and this one. I don't know if that would be too big of a pocket to put right inside the cover, but it sure is got a lot of drama, doesn't it? So if we were to put these just inside the front and the back. What stamps? These aren't stamps. This is printed paper. Okay, you like perfume craft pictures because you're allergic to fragrance stuff. Well, hey, why not? Yeah, so this is from Mixed Media Origins Tattered Angels. That's where these cards came from. Okay, so I'm kind of thinking we could get away with making these pockets, and then this won't fit, but I had some envelopes here. I have these envelopes that if we put those in there, we could put smaller cards, per se, inside that. So I got an envelope here, and I'll put one over here, like that. Fussy cut the perfume bottle and make it a journal card. Okay, so we'll fussy cut these 2. How's that? Is that good? And we'll use those for our pockets, but these, I may shorten them a little bit. I don't know. Or the width of it, just a little bit. But yeah, okay, fussy cut. Fussy cut. We're gonna fussy cut. Where's my notepad? I have sticky notes here somewhere. But now they are gone. They have flown the coop. Here they are. All right. Getting a sticky note. Fussy cut bottles. Okay. So I'll do that. I'll have that done before we get back next week. You thought they were stamps too? No, they're not stamps. Okay, I think we have a plan then for next week. So next week I will finish working on the pages, adding embellishments. If you have ideas of things you think I should look for, definitely leave a comment below in this video saying, hey, use this. See if you can find something like that. And I'll see if I have something that I can use, or if it's something I can make. Maybe I have a rubber stamp. Take a look at my rubber stamps at lindaisrael.com and look up the stamps. See if there's something there that I should be using, and I can get it out and have it ready, or stamp and fussy cut if that's what I need to do, because it takes a little bit of time. So perfume bottle stamps. Oh, I got you. Magazine cutouts. As I think she likes to collect free magazines. Oh, thank you so very much, Michelle. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, we have a plan for next week. Oh, let's pick a winner. Did y'all even get in? I don't even think anybody Did y'all want any more junk bucks? Do y'all want 200 junk bucks? Get in the raffle, and I'll give y'all some junk bucks. And next week, we'll continue our black and white journey on this oversized journal. I'll look around and see what other things I can use. I may have some more gel prints. I'll have to look to see what I have as far as black and white gel prints. I love the layers that I've been adding. I hope that y'all like those too. All right, Jennifer got in. Paper craft mag. Oh, I got you. So you're taking craft magazines or even catalogs, old catalogs. Maybe you have an old catalog. You could cut those up and use the pieces. Means they're trash anyway. Type exclamation point raffle. Exclamation point RAFFLE. Yeah. And then you're in. Make sure you put the exclamation point. Oh, Rhonda, how are you, lady? Have you been lurking, little lady? Did you see what I've done so far? Making a black and white journal. You like it? How do I make them? I have a laser engraver, and so I take an image and make it a digital thing on my laser engraver and hit a button, and it takes all day, and it'll make a rubber stamp. That's how I made these. These are digital images that I've created into rubber stamps. All right, now I see everybody's in. All right, let's see who won. Giveaway. All right, we got Jennifer and Call Me Glitter and Rhonda and Constance. All right, let's pick a winner. Miss Jennifer Edmondson. All right, let me get that added to your account. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like it. The missus. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I greatly appreciate y'all hanging out with me today. I hope that you're inspired to create. All right, Jennifer, you got your junk bucks. Love the journal. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yes, after this video is over, please go down below and tell me what you like the best about it. Or, hey, do you have type of a comment? I just saw these. I wonder how. We're going to use this butterfly on the front. Oh, that's too big. But that sure would be pretty with something else, wouldn't it? I may have to do that somewhere else. Collect free mag. Oh, awesome, awesome. What else? Do something creative this week. You know, get out of your comfort zone. Try something different. Maybe you haven't done something before, but you have the supplies. Then try it. See how it comes together. Share it with us in the Junk Journal, Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group or in my private group, Linda Israel. Aw, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Y'all, do something creative, you know, get out there and have some fun with it. And then remember, people out there are going through all kinds of ordeals. So share a little kindness with somebody else, whether it be giving them a smile or wave or saying hello, saying thank you when somebody opens the door, saying kind words when you have to call somebody on the phone. Reach out, send them a message or something, okay? Am I going to sew in it? I don't know. We could do some sewing next week. Give your junk bucks to Constance. Okay, let's go over here. Let's find Constance. She may not be in the system yet, but let's try. She is, okay, that Constance is Craft Creations. Let me see if I can find her. Currency. Crafts. Let's see if it does that. Crafts, creations, and more. Junk, baby. All right, we'll give you, she'll have some junk bucks for next week, right? Gotcha. Facebook link for, all right, one moment. Let's go here. Go computer. Move. All right, that's my Facebook. Okay, the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group. I'll get the link Copy and paste. There you go. All right. Well, see, Jennifer's done an act of kindness today. She gave junk box to Constance. I hope that you enjoyed this session, everyone. I hope that it inspires you to create, to try something new, to share a little kindness with others, all of those good things. Again, if you have any questions or comments, I'd love to have your comment down below. It helps with the engagement of this video so other people will find it. Share it if you know someone else that might be interested in what I'm doing as well. Y'all have an amazing week. Take care. Lots of love to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here today. Bye, everybody.